Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis also informed the House that the state government is constructing a memorial for Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in Agra. And in the meeting, Maharashtra CM also mentioned that the Third Battle of Panipat was a testament to the bravery of the Marathas and not a reminder of their defeat. So the topic for the discussion is Third Battle of Panipat. So the Third Battle of Panipat, a pivotal battle in the Indian history with the long-term implications. And if you're looking into the UPSC syllabus, you can see the questions related to the Third Battle of Panipat or the Marathas can be expected in prelims in under the topic History of India, and in the mains you can expect questions in GS paper 1 under the topic Modern Indian History. So coming to the topic, you can see that if you look into the history, you can see three important battles fought in Panipat. First Battle of Panipat, which was fought in the year 1526 between Saharuddin Babur and Ibrahim Lodi, and that resulted into the defeat of Lodi dynasty and the establishment of the Mughal rule in India. And the second Battle of Panipat, which was fought in the year 1556 between Jalaluddin Akbar and Hemachandra Vikramaditya, and that resulted into the defeat of Hemachandra Vikramaditya and the further strengthening of the Mughal rule in India. And if you look into the third Battle of Panipat, which was fought in the year 1761, and that was between the Marathas and the Afghans. The Afghans were led by Ahmad Shah Abdali or Ahmad Shah Durrani, and Ahmad Shah Abdali also had support from the Afghan rulers in the Indian subcontinent as well. For example, the Rohilla Khan or the ruler supported the Ahmad Shah Abdali. And while on the side, you can see that the Marathas were supported, they fought under the leadership of Sadashiva Rao. Coming to the background, you can see to understand about the relevance or the significance of the Third Battle of Panipat, you should have a basic understanding about or an idea about who were Marathas and who strengthened them, what is their history. So the Marathas were a group of people lived in the Deccan Plateau, especially in the rain shadow region for a very long time, and most of them were engaged in agriculture. And in 1630, a person called Shivaji, he was born, and his mother's name was Jijabai, and he strengthened the Maratha, he united them, and in the course of unification, he had to fight against the Bahmani kingdoms as well as against the Mughals. And the famous conflict you might have heard about, the conflict between the Afzal Khan and the Shivaji. And you can see that in 1674, after engaging in prolonged conflict with the Aurangzeb government and also against the Bahmani kingdoms, in 1674, Chhatrapati Shivaji, he ascended the throne and established the Maratha kingdom. And after 6 years, that is in 1680, Chhatrapati Shivaji passed away. And you can see that after that, the Mughals again strengthened their power in the Deccan and destroyed the Maratha rule for some time. But that resulted into the Maratha War of Independence, because the Marathas had a strong feeling of oneness. In another sense, you can say Maratha nationalism was there at the time. And you can see that after that, in 1707, the Aurangzeb died, and Marathas, they regained their power fully. And you can see that by the time the Peshwas, that means the Prime Minister post, ascended the power, and Madhavrao was the first Peshwa, and under his leadership, the Marathas advanced further. And after that, the Peshwaship was succeeded by his son Bajirao, and later Balaji Bajirao ascended the Peshwa post. So you can see that during the time of Balaji Bajirao only, the Third Battle of Panipat was fought. Okay, that was in the year 1761, and you can see that is because the conquest of the Marathas. That means in between, you can see that the Marathas even defeated during the time of Bajirao. The Marathas, they even defeated the Mughal army led by Nizamul Mulk. That not in one time, they defeated them twice. First was between 1728-29, and the second was between 1738-39. In both battles, the Mughal army were defeated by the Marathas under the leadership of Bajirao. And Bajirao post, like I mentioned, the Bajirao post was later ascended by his succeeded by his son, that was Balaji Bajirao. And you can see under his leadership also the Mughals, the Marathas expanded significantly, and especially the expansion got rapid after the decline of the Mughal Empire. And you can see that brought them in conflict with the Ahmad Shah Abdali. And so coming to the location and the timeline, you can see that the battle was fought on January 14, 1761, location Panipat. It is about 95 kilometer north of Delhi. So here you can see the map. And coming to the parties involved in this battle, first one was Maratha Empire led by Sadashiva Rao, and the next is Afghan coalition, that means Ahmad Shah Durrani, the Afghanistan ruler, and the Rohilla Kant ruling dynasty also supported the Ahmad Shah Durrani, and Shuja-ud-Daula, the Nawab of Oudh, also supported Ahmad Shah Durrani. And what was the causes for this battle? Like I mentioned, the expansionist policy of the Marathas, and that is Maratha under the Balaji Bajirao invaded Punjab in 1758, and that brought the Marathas in close to the Ahmad Shah Abdali Empire, and that resulted into the battle between the third battle between the Ahmad Shah Abdali and the Marathas. Coming to the military strength and strategy, the Marathas, they had a feeling of you can see a strong feeling of fraternity among them. So that's why the Marathas were supported by the French. But on the other side, the Afghan coalition, they had a heavy cavalry and artillery, and you can see Sambark and Jasil. So Sambark means cavalry, and Jasil means artillery. So not these terms, you can expect the terms as questions in UPSC prelims. And what was the outcome of the battle? The Ahmad Shah Durrani or Abdali emerged victorious, and after the battle, nearly 4,000 plus Maratha prisoners were slaughtered, and the Maratha expansion in the North India was halted temporarily. And you can see that after the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761, the Maratha Empire also got separated or splitted into different factions, like Nagpur faction, Pune faction, Kadiawar, there was another faction. So like that, different, it got splitted into different faction, and that further weakened the Maratha rule in India. And finally, the Maratha, the third, and you can see in between the Marathas, they also engaged in battle against the British. That is known as Anglo-Maratha War. And finally, in the third Anglo-Maratha War, that time the Peshwa was Bajirao's second, and that time the Marathas were totally defeated by the British, and Marathas were finally forced to sign the subsidiary alliance. So in this topic, we discussed the third Panipat War. So based on our discussion, try to answer this prelims practice question. The question is, it's a match the following question. So list A, it refers to a group or a person: Ahmad Shah Durrani, Sadashiva Rao, Shuja-ud-Daula, Najib-ud-Daulah. So list 2, their role in the battle. So 1, commander-in-chief of the Marathas, and 2, leader of Afghan force, Nawab of Oudh allied with Ahmad Shah Durrani, and Rohilla Afghan leader who supported Ahmad Shah Durrani. So it's a match the following question, and you can see that it's very easy. So Ahmad Shah Durrani was the leader of Afghan force, so A goes to 2, and Sadashiva Rao, he led the Marathas in the Third Battle of Panipat, and Shuja-ud-Daula, the Nawab of Oudh, allied with the Afghan ruler, so C goes to 3, and Najib-ud-Daulah, Rohilla Afghan leader who supported Ahmad Shah Durrani. And this Rohillas, actually they lived, it's a kingdom located between the Bengal and Oudh. Okay, and later the British government under Warren Hastings defeated and destroyed the Rohilla Kant. And for that, Warren Hastings had to face trial in Britain, but no actions were taken. And the 1773 Regulating Act was a result. One of the reasons for the Regulating Act of 1773 was the Rohilla Kant war. Yes, the options are A goes to 2, B goes to 1, C 3, and D 4. So the correct answer is option A.